Joining me now to discuss is Democratic Congressman André Carson. He serves on the Intelligence Committee and will question these Trump officials tomorrow. He's also a former official at the Department of Homeland Security. Thank you so much, Congressman, for being here. Look, I'll start with the simplest layout here. What is supposed to be the proper procedure for these kinds of discussions? I have heard that usually this sort of thing has to take place in a skiff where there's no electronics, there's no a chance of anyone sort of being followed one way or another, or perhaps even an in-person meeting where everybody can have a conversation. Break down for us what's supposed to happen in a conversation of this magnitude about national security.
Well, there are different ways. All of the above, as you've just mentioned, we have a system called JWICS, which is the Joint Worldwide Intelligence Communication System. And it's basically a secure intranet system utilized by DOD. Top secret and sensitive compartmented information goes through this. It's used in day-to-day usage. It's used primarily by the entire intelligence community, or the IC, agencies such as DOD, the FBI, DIA, and other agencies. Conversely, there is still NIPRANET, there's CIPRANET, and they account for the overwhelming bulk of usage that happens within non-intel governmental agencies and departments, as well as the Department of Defense. So there are three main routers primarily operated by DOD. Each is separated by the type of information they deal with. This was a major failure.
Congressman, what are the potential dangers here? And this was something mentioned by our last guest. We know this isn't the first time. This isn't the first, second, probably the fifth time. This is probably there are probably conversations happening right now on WhatsApp. We could have members of our national security apparatus having conversations on DMs and Instagram right now. What are the potential consequences of this? Because we don't know if this chat was hacked. We don't know if other chats were hacked. We don't know if individuals who were on this chat who were in foreign countries, if their phones have been cloned. Lay out some of the scenarios of danger that could come from something like this.
Well, it's one of the things I lose sleep over. It's our adversaries having access to not only sources and methods, but strategy, what we're doing, how we're thinking, our fears, our possible anxieties about their standing, state actors and non-state actors. I'm a senior member of the Intel Committee. I serve with Chairman Jim Himes, or Ranking Member Jim Himes, and we deal with classified materials each and every day in coordination with our leader, Hakeem Jeffries. We know that there are procedures in place. And that's for a reason. It's for a good reason. They're there to keep Americans safe. And I want to be clear, because today the American people were effectively gaslit by the president and other officials. Listen, if classified materials are communicated on an unclassified platform, that is absolutely a security breach.
I mean, we are dealing with an administration where the current president had classified documents laying around a bathroom. So I guess we probably couldn't be surprised that this is the lack of care that we've seen. I want to play you some sound from the Senate hearing today with the CIA and DNI directors and get your thoughts on the other side.
I would say that the Secretary of Defense is the original classification authority for DOD in deciding what would be classified information.
So the question has to be posed to Secretary Hegseth whether he declassified the information and at what point he did declassify it. Do you agree?
Yes, I defer questions to the Secretary of Defense.
So basically what I'm hearing here is, well, since he's Secretary of Defense, he can classify or declassify anything he wants. This sounds like backtracking. This sounds like a way to retroactively rationalize what is sort of irresponsible behavior. Again, is it not true that the Secretary of Defense would have had to explain to everybody on the call whether things were classified before they even got on the group chat, or are we misunderstanding their excuses here?
Well, they claim it's unclassified material, but refuse to share any information on who and what and where and who was in the chain. It's very simple. If they don't have anything to hide, why are they hiding this information from the American people? Just last week, an email went out across the Pentagon that warned about the vulnerability of using Signal from a security standpoint. Any outside person knowing when, where, and how our military is operating means a foreign adversary could target our military and our troops. That is how people get killed.
Congressman Carson, thank you for laying out the real consequences of this current scandal. Thank you very much.
What an honor. Thank you.